Hello again and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Where last we left off, I was playing a detective who woke up from a drunken stupor in I believe it's called the Whirling in Rags cafeteria and hostel. And I had little memory of what transpired the night before or even my own identity, and it also seems like I'm involved in some sort of murder investigation. So began our quest to figure out who this detective, known only by his disco stage name Officer, actually is. Okay, so sorry, just getting my bearings. It's been a few days. Right, so quests. We went over this full list of quests. I think that probably the best thing to do right off the bat is gonna be to inspect the victim's body, because it has been hanging there for 7 days. So I'm just gonna look around the perimeter of the place, and then we're gonna go investigate the body. Okay, track that. Okay, maybe not. Alright, let's see. Hello. Oh, you.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
Where am I?
What do you mean?
I'm a bit disoriented. This is Revachol, right?
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Okay, yeah, for Kim's sake, I think I'm gonna try to be a little less stupid. Alright, what is up in the north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The
And
harbor
what
gates,
is in the east?
some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
Okay, is that some sort of chain, perhaps? What is in the south?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
And what is on the other side of the canal?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
And what's in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Alright, well, with that in mind, I'm looking for a dead body.
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
Lovely. Alright, thanks. That's all for now.
No problem.
She's very well composed, back straight.
Who are you exactly? It's a bit rude, but it might be good to know.
Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
There's more to you than that.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
Yes, what are you doing here?
I am working.
Working on what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But...
Well, as you already know,
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a
of
corpse
course.
there, hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
very understandable.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Oh, okay.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
I'll keep that in mind. I have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Thank you. Okay. Right. Pigs go home. Alright. Sounds like we're not wanted over here. Alright, I think we're gonna investigate further that way in a bit. But first things first is I say as I walk further away from it, I want to investigate the body. I'm a little worried about the passage of time. I think that that's going to be important. It might mean we don't get to do everything. But I'm going to do my best.
This Postlavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Graffito? Is that like a singular for graffiti?
A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Good mail delivery box. Okay.
The box seems happy.
It does it? Alright.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I'm not sure what base set means. I'm guessing it's French. I feel you, mail collection box.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
Alright, let's leave. No need to be mean to the mailbox. Bottles inside. Okay. I remember seeing something about we could pick up bottles and deliver them to the Frit store in a loading screen. Okay.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Yes,
You can
yes.
revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Alright. Thank you for that. Oh, okay. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to look at the murder victim. Rue de Saint-Guilain 8B. Alright. I think Rue means street. I don't know. I don't actually speak French. All of my knowledge is from Les Miserables.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Oh, okay. Should we be pressing on these? Main hall, building A.
An off-key melody starts
oh no.
playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Who's Kuno? This is the police. Please, nope. I don't want to ask her to open the door. Sorry, I was just trying random doorbells. I didn't have anything important.
Please don't do that. Doorbells are not toys, and this one isn't even working properly. Please don't call us again. Thank you.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Okay. That's something we probably shouldn't be messing around with quite yet. Alright. Investigating the body. I think it's back here.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Reconstruct the movement.
No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything.
Okay, makes sense.
This isn't case related, you think.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred, and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Not now. And I just realized we're at about half health, I think, for probably when we flew across the room and crashed into that wheelchair, so I'm gonna restore some health. Oh, I know Kim probably doesn't have anything. Yeah, okay. Nothing. Oh, okay. It's just a kid back here. Alright, logo of Revachol. Okay.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
Well, it is a container. Maybe you're prioritizing it.
Oh yeah, that's right, the Jamrock Shuffle. How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage,
Or, Lieutenant?
or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Okay. He's not too happy with us. Who knows if he will say yes to that, but we can try.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Thank you, Logic. Right, what are you doing, kid? Oh. Meat and curdled dairy. Okay, fun.
Kuno's got this.
Okay.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it.
Oh, that's
He's
mean.
almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Okay, another kid. Alright. Hey, kid, a word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick.
Excuse me?
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Oh, okay. This... How old is this kid again? Not fucking old enough to be doing yeah, can't be older than 12. Jesus Christ. Alright.
Kuno's riding it, see?
Hey, Kuno and Kuno S? I have a feeling these might not actually be their names, but I'm not sure yet.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
You kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
That's not what I was saying. Okay. Yeesh. Alright. Kim, what should we do? Yeah, you are much more level-headed than I am.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
The language these kids are using. Pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
I'm just gonna... Is it worth trying to ask questions? Let's see. Look, I have some questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Oh, okay. I gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
So you refer to yourself in the third person?
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to
Yeah,
get
I'm
the
just
hell
gonna
out of here
leave.
before-
This is not worth it.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
These fucking kids. Alright. Yeah, that would damage
Despair
morale.
creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I'm done. No one even likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all."
Okay. What? Is this like an end screen? No, because this is talking about someone... Actually, I don't know. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, that's not good. Obviously, okay, we're gonna go back and try this again. Okay, so if our morale gets reduced to 0, it's just a game over. Huh, alright. Let's try not to let that happen again then. Maybe it's not even worth it talking to those kids. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just go back through everything else I was doing. Alright, yep, yeah, fuck the police. You know, maybe we should go home, Kim. Maybe we should just not engage
What
with
can
any
I
of
help
this.
you with? We
You
don't
sound
see a lot
surprised.
of course. What can I help you with?
I don't think Mr. Officer here would necessarily be too
Of
cognizant
course.
about
If there's a corpse, then you're
Oh
going.
god, I forgot to
Sure.
ask the questions. Okay, yeah, I'm all shaken up by that end screen.
Hello
Alright,
again,
let's see.
officer. How are things?
Alright, what I was trying to say is I don't think that Mr. Officer here would necessarily be cognizant of ACAB, so he's gonna be a bit clueless. What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
The street sign says fuck the police.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
What about the other sign? Pigs go home? Who are these pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry, we are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
Yeah, so I'm just
There's
gonna
the pier,
skip through
the
the
harbor
dialogue
gates,
since we've seen it
some
all already.
shops, and just coast. It's just water. Oh, that...
Even all the way over here.
No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Me?
She hides it well.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply.
I have a greenhouse. Well,
Don't worry,
mhm.
salts.
Okay, yeah, that gives us the bit about
Ammonium salts.
ammonium salts.
Perhaps
That might come in
useful
handy
for
later,
later.
so I feel like it was important to get that bit of info. Alright, so that's Kim's motor carriage, I guess. Okay, so I think that we're just gonna have to avoid talking to that kid
The worn and beaten.
can
in order to not get that morale hit. And honestly, that's probably for the best.
This
Damn,
postler
I mean,
van
that
Todde
shit
met
got
a
dark
faint
fast.
sticker on the side.
Just fucking 12-year-old on drugs. Like, less than 2 episodes into the
box
Let's
seems
Play.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and sent G with a crown. The mail collection boxes. The box seems happy.
Okay. Bottles. Now, what's interesting is what the woman we spoke to through the intercom. She mentioned Kuno. Maybe we can talk to her about him later on. Okay.
This trash can. Well, it is a can.
We could try using, or we could.
He might.
All right. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a save here, and then we are gonna talk to Kuno, and we're gonna try to be a bit more tactful this time. And my screen is frozen. Lovely. All right, good. We're good. And I forgot to heal up, so we're gonna do that. Cannot lose morale this time. Now what happens if we talk to this kid first?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Alright, yeah, we are just gonna not engage with these kids any more than the bare minimum necessary. Might be able to help
Kuno's
them out
got
later,
this.
too.
If there ever was.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno. Right in the dick.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating.
Oh yeah, I
profusely.
wasn't expecting
His eyes are like two
to hear
black holes and
slurs
his jaw is twitching as
this
if trying
early
to
in the
break
game.
free from the
I wasn't expecting to hear them at
empire
all,
of his body.
but it's nice that they're censored, I guess. I'm not gonna ask him what that means. Yeah, stop using
Can't talk,
slurs.
pig. Shit's coming up strong.
Shit coming up strong. I mean drug.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake. You should throw the rake at.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Alright, Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't. You will see.
The language these kids are using. Pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Yeah, we're just gonna avoid them then. Alright, no morale loss. Alright. Oh. Bloodstain?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Alright, let's get an exact count.
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Okay, go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46.
Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them.
Count more.
5. Another standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Even pace. Same make of boot. but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gate is undeveloped.
Might be Kuno. I'm pretty good at this, ain't I? Yeah, I was gonna say, it's actually kind of a nice moment investigating the crime scene.
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way.
Count the rest.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
The same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Light step, number 41, Shu.
A woman? Or a kid?
I don't think there's any way to be sure.
Understood. Anything else?
A heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Maybe it was a giant?
Maybe it wasn't.
But maybe it was. Just imagine it. A giant man at least 2.5 meters tall.
It could have been, but if it wasn't...
One of them was carrying him over, sure.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
You're thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
An aberration. One sole is smoother than the others.
Interesting. Let's name it the odd sole.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
So one of the people we're looking for is a drummer?
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Nod thoughtfully.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent.
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
I think the woman upstairs, what was her name? Klasia? Pretty sure she said it was a mercenary. Oh.
Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
I think we have a firm understanding of what happened here.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
We've been through all of it. Right, more clues. We'll look at the body last. Ooh, okay. Money And magnesium. Alright. So if we lose any more morale from being a tactless dumbass, we can use that. Crane. Or winch. Yeah, alright.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern. Calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Kinda looks to me like it might be a way into the shack.
Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vatna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect.
Okay, so it's basically asbestos then. Can we go over here? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, that's probably the gardener's greenhouse. Oh, poor kids. They're homophobic pieces of shit, but also I still feel bad for them because yeah. Alright, anyway.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Lovely.
You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Let go of your... God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Oh, let's try it. Let go of your nose without throwing up.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Fucking corpse.
Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Okay, where do we get ammonia from?
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay, so does that mean we won't be able to investigate
There,
further
he
into
still
the
is.
ammonia? Alright. Let's see if there's any like further questions I can ask them here.
Can't you see I'm throwing rocks?
Okay, I'm gonna stay as far away from these kids as possible. Alright, let's see what the deal is with quests at the moment. Oh, I got a new item? Oh! Gloves. Okay. Oh, they look so stupid. Open the trash container and get ammonia. Let's see. Around here, I won't go in any buildings, but let's just see what's on the street. Boyadero. What does that mean? I'll have to look that up later. Okay. What is this? Is a bookstore? Okay, we're not going inside. Hello.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of a store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
That's kind of a great title.
Books? Postcards? Easy. Even a kid would know all of this.
Nah, it feels inappropriate to lecture this girl.
Don't be a fool. As an expert, it's your duty to tell what you know to everyone.
Oh, okay. This feels a little relatable. Don't tell me what to do.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
I think Plaisance was the name of the woman we spoke to at the apartment buzzer on the last save.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Couldn't you just have a sign? Okay, I should have a word with the store owner, maybe?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Okay, that's good. Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school, anyway? Oh god, I'm afraid of what's gonna happen now.
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
Isn't going to school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both, because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Cursed? In what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
I don't think curses are real.
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
It's just regular trading and selling of things, child. Doesn't work out for most people.
Of course, sir.
What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Okay, I get it. Crime murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Huh, well, what does a cop look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, then I decided to live a little.
What's that mean?
You know, cut loose, raise hell, blow off steam.
And everything's better now, sir?
No.
Why is that?
You'll understand when you're older.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't have said that thing about Dick Mullen.
It's not your body that's important in police work anyway, it's your... point to your head.
Head? Yes.
No, your mind. Not head, child. Heads.
A Quicksilver mind. This Mullen guy looks like he needs 4 hours just to come up with a single idea.
No, he's wicked smart in the stories.
Sure, when the author does all the thinking for him. Real policemen have to think and act on their own.
Like you, sir. Of course. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Okay, I'm going to deduce something now.
You fail to deduce anything substantial.
God damn it.
She waits intently.
I'm a detective. I deduce that you are very small.
Come on, don't be silly. That's not a proper deduction.
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Really? Have you never read Game of Thrones? What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about where everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah? You think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination. Only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life, phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
Doesn't ring a bell? Alright, I'll ask your mom.
Yes, she knows books, definitely.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain?
Yeah, maybe we should write that. Alright, that's enough romance for me. I had other questions.
Maybe some about other books?
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Yeah, those famous people sound like a bunch of dorks.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything.
Never mind. I literally had nothing else to say.
Okay.
Okay, take care, kid. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. Alright. We are gonna talk to the gardener first. Oh, wait, what was that? Man from Hjelmdal and the Wildfire. Are these like the names of the books? Is that important? Okay. I won't lie, there's something a little stressful about a game like this. Like, I don't know if the passage of time is going to prevent me from exploring everything. And I do really like to see everything I can.
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
Do you still have salts? I think I could use some.
Sure. I'm done with them.
Thank you.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Can't be worse than the one I got from looking at the body, can it? Oh, map? Okay, yeah, so I think these white checks, we can still retry them. But but we need to have higher skills, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. If we revisit any of those areas, though, we can try them again.
There he still is, looking right.
There was... Okay. Alright, good to know. Wait, does that mean like one of the kids tied the rope?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Oh no.
The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Okay, this sucks. That means that we have to buff our endurance skill before we can even do this. I think I don't want to be a cop anymore.
Get a hold of yourself. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Is there a reason you can't investigate the body then?
Not being hungover helps too.
Do it without me, I just can't keep it down.
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. You need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it with special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Okay, so we got a thought. Yeah, so we started one of these last time. I think it takes in-game time to, like, internalize. Volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is a part, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Does this give us a bonus? Or maybe it gives us the skill points that we need to pass the check. Okay. Alright, let's go talk to Gar and see if he can give us the key to the trash bin. Yeah, apologies for the lag between loading screens.
Can I help you?
Oh. Gout, I saw another thing in the whirling.
Another thing. Great.
Oh, I guess I
Yes?
didn't. Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you? Guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Maybe I am Krasmazov.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
No, wait. What if I am Krasmazov?
We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
We need those keys.
What for, Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Alright, trash container.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, Whirling in Rags.
Open the padlock with the key.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What's this?
Just the feeling. A warning from some part of you.
Where's the Inland Empire skill? Okay, gut feeling. Let's open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what? Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Hey, pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Okay, so I think the belt is what they used to hang him.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Bag the shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
A thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
Alright, we should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
You think someone from the Whirling might have been involved maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Must have been cramping my style.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
Easier said than done. How could this pathetic cabbage of copy paper and plastic ever become très disco? Challenge accepted. You should be on the lookout for stylistic elements that elevate this cabbage to heights unforeseeable.
Alright then. Seems like a good idea. Right after the garbage, of course.
Good choice. Soggy carton and some kind of food sludge welcome you back, invitingly.
Officer, this is sensitive information. You need to take this seriously.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Okay. The mug, I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Okay, well now I don't want it, but I guess I don't have a choice.
You've acquired an
okay.
interactable
Kim
item.
didn't like that.
Investigate this.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in a sentence, they sound weird together.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rockstar politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Wait, what's that about a ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer. This is the beginning of your legend.
Fuck it. Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Okay, we can level up now. I think we have to do endurance if we're gonna deal with the body. I guess that's our only point. Oh, okay. It's fine. We'll have more opportunities. Okay, we got this interactable. Yeah, okay. What do we do with the racist mug?
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Okay, let's look at the ledger.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Urinal, okay. Is that just the normal British pronunciation? Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your finger across the aluminum.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
Okay.
It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Before, you mentioned the headlights of your vehicle.
Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Right, that's all. Thank you.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What's in there? What are they about? Oh, okay. Did I accidentally click something? I think I did. Yeah, alright.
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all?
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There was mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters, too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar Parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one, with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I don't know why it makes me think of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Seems like something Jake Peralta would do. I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He
Yeesh.
died. It was a workplace accident.
I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Maybe that's a bit of foreshadowing. This might be my last case before I retire. Right, commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event. The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But
Kim, do you have a pen?
the lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt.
Someone came prepared.
He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Can I have one?
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
With this beauty, commit to paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones I've already finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion.
Harry, is that the first that we're hearing our name?
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Furies are at home in the mirror.
Furies? Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Yes, you know what that normal name is, but it's so plain. Anything else, please.
The Hanged Man.
Great, that's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Alright, I'm done inspecting these.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Oh, wait. Huh, was I supposed to do this earlier? Can I read the case files now?
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin.
Oh, okay.
It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural.
Wait, HDB 41, weren't those officer precinct?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Horace Debbie Beringer?
That is improbable.
How long does it take to read a case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Ooh, okay. I can revisit this. I think that will take up in-game time, and I'm not quite ready to do that before I understand how precious a resource it is.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Let's browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Misconduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. But they appear pleasantly vague.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute.
Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Enough of these.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Alright, let's look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Alright, let's shake the ledger, I guess.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? And something small inside? Light, made of paper or cardboard? Or dried flowers, perhaps? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Let's peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Let's open the hidden compartment.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee, slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
Slide the drawer open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Okay, yeesh. Pick up the ticket stubs.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Okay, good to know if we ever head there. Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Smell it first.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting.
I wouldn't think you'd be able to gauge someone's age from their handwriting either.
Harry, it begins.
Or
You're
that
already reading.
it's a woman.
I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy.
Keep reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector, a streetcar distancing. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on.
Oh no, I hope this isn't another game over. Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything alright?
False advice. Oh. Hello? Please don't be a game over. I think I might need to get more morale slots if that's what's going on. What the fuck? Hello? Okay.
There is nothing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Again.
Nothing?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there, passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
The limbic system has to be my favorite voice in the game so far. Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow, because it's always there.
Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
It smelled so nice.
It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Was that the X something? The...
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Yes, that.
Don't prod at it. It will start moving again.
Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
There was something about a bow collector, too.
Yeah, man. What was that about?
Enough. Just lie there motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
Drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
I came in contact with the burnt out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Oh, okay. Holy shit. Alright. Holy volumetric shit, I guess. Okay. So, we learned this thought. We're still working on this one, then we've got a few more. Some kind of superstar. First, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar in the groupies and cocaine, riddled with hepatitis C, strikes a lion-esque pose with Mike sort of way. You're not Guillaume de Million or Davy Dewis, no. You're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it. Where some would say it doesn't belong. Law enforcement. Okay, I guess we can only have a certain number of these, so we might have to swap them out at some point. Oh, don't know what that was. My controller just disconnected for a second. Oh, I guess those are the only ones we could work on. Let's see what else we have, though. The Bow Collector. Sparks fall like snow from the Bow Collector of streetcar number 42. Slowly down the slope from Voyager Road, and then east on the B206, across the river to where there are no closed factories or ruins. To study at the academy. Electric cables run overhead and the Bow Collector draws across them like a musical instrument. A flash. She's standing at the rear window, holding onto the rail, in a spring coat, waving at you. Damn, okay. This one doesn't look like it has any good research bonus. Oh, okay. So this is the bonus for while we're researching it, I guess. In white morning. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter. At the mention of what? A great white object letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. Okay. Let's see. Ledger of Failure and Hatred.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Okay, I think we can put it away for now. Is there a way to equip it? What does it do? Okay, it gives us an Inland Empire bonus and some others. It's hard to actually tell exactly what. Okay. And we can ask Gart and Kuno about the clothes in the trash. Okay. There's a lot of tasks. Alright, we're right by the Kanema, so let's try that, the halogen watermark thing.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Let's open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Kim, how do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl. Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
Where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
Seems nice.
No, it does not.
Let's look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you, though you can't say why, precisely.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18 years I've done this?
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Got drunk like a megastar?
Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
216 to be exact.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
See, Kim, I told you I was a superstar cop.
Call it what you want. You are a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I'm a killer.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby?
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Okay, I think we can infer that he probably has killed someone. I don't think I want to ask him about that right now. Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Journal page. Okay. People killed 3. Alright. 4 for good cop, bad cop. Oh, we've got 2 points in communist. Hell yeah. 5 in superstar cop. Okay, yeah. 1 in moralist. Alright. Gotta get that communism score up. There were some other things we could do with the car.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Let's pull out the pull-out
tool.
toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Take the red tip pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Take the rubber-handled chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Take the hand-cranked flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
You can run your fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation.
Do I know how to operate this machine?
You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics.
Wait, does it mean I know how to pilot it?
After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Do what you will with it. Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back.
Okay, not sure I like that. How are you, my friend?
The smell of freshly treated leather, the lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder, all seem to be whispering. I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner.
Where have you been?
At the bottom of the sea.
Oh, yeesh, okay. What?
So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you, well kept. Why did it say that? The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of...
Okay. Gotta find some way to get our morale up. Okay, so we got these tools. Might come in handy at some point. But oh, can we hold two things? I don't think we need to right now. Alright, let's go ask Gart about the thing. Oh yeah, the clothes in the trash. Hello, do you have any new dialogue?
Hello again, sweetie.
Oh, it's 1300, so the kitchen is open. Let's talk to him first, and then we can go investigate
Can I
there.
help you?
So about that money oh, wait. Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
We don't need to ask him that.
Yes.
It may take us a while. Oh, right. We can call Sylvie. And I think that we can also report the badge missing at his car. But let's check out the kitchen first. We got more money. How much money do we have? Does it say somewhere? Oh, 1.75. Okay, we need a lot more than that to pay off our debt.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garanci and Kubek.
Alright, sounds like it might be Polish or Czech.
It must be his name. Garanci. Garanci Kubek. Sounds representative.
Mr. Kubek, I'm here on official police business.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You've got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
The winch. Outside. In the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers do.
There was a winch outside on the roof, like that of a small elevator.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
No, the door is a mega investigation. I'm calling it Behind the Blue Door.
It's hardly worth a title. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Just touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Let's try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
Okay, back to Bother Gart again.
Can I help you?
Saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Okay. Alright, I want to take a look at our quests again. Okay, find out who is in the Union box. I vaguely remember from last time that they said that it would be opening up around, like, 1600, maybe? Alright, ask him about this. Find booze and drink it. I actually don't know if I want to fulfill that one, but we'll see. Inspect the victim's body. Okay. Okay, so probably the top thing right now. We'll go back to the passages. We might be able to get them up with the pry bar, but I wanna finish up with the body if that's possible. Since we got an endurance stat increase, that means that in theory I could pass the check again and be able to actually successfully investigate the body. So, let's see. Oh, also we have to ask Kuno. I don't know if we want to do that. We don't have any morale boosting items.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Okay, there's a pretty high chance. Let's see if we can do it.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, god damn it.
The corpse laughs at you, pus dripping from its mouth. You will never be able to hold it in. It's always too much. Every time it happens, it gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up now. All that's left is crying and convulsing dryly at the same time.
Even though I got my shit compressed, how is it possible?
I'm at a loss as well. I could swear your shit was together, detective.
Sometimes even that is not enough. Life is unfair.
What do I do now?
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep it in long enough for us to work. There's nothing else to do.
You can open this white check again by going to your character sheet and spending a skill point to upgrade.
Maybe it's okay if you don't make it today. The dead man isn't going anywhere, and there's always other things to do.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I did just notice, however, the guy doesn't have his clothes, but he's still wearing like some sort of... I can't actually tell if it's like prosthetic limbs or if it's more of like, if it's like proper like armored greaves. Okay. I'm gonna quick save here, and we're gonna ask Kuno. Come on, load. Right.
Can't you see I'm throwing rocks?
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno.
The kid
yeah.
moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
The body, what do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
So you don't know anything?
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone.
Do you know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Oh, okay. Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Is that a cyberpunk reference?
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
That's a fictional city name. Night City doesn't exist.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head. You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to?
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's city. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's city, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Okay. More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Okay, about the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the crime scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that up there. Now, you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but
No.
his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
No, Kuno, you don't know anything about the tampering I'm investigating, and I already have pants.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
Okay, I don't want to know his thoughts on the mug. The ladder, ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So would you say that the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
What's in the greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Hold on, the gardener used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
You mean the young woman by Whirling in Rags, that gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, her.
Kuno, there's a stack of Eternite back there.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Like,
He's hiding something.
Are you hiding something?
Pig, if Kuno was hiding something, it would be hidden.
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should examine the pile of roofing material again.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Okay. I think that's all I'm gonna
Kuno
get out of
doesn't
him.
fucking-
I have just about had enough of this kid. Alright, let's check the roofing material.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern. Calms
okay.
your mind.
Great. Alright, and I think with that, I've been playing for quite a bit. I think I'm gonna call it for right now. This has been Disco Elysium. Next time we'll do some exploring. See if we can get some XP to build up the endurance stat. And yeah, I will see you all next time on Disco Elysium.